Hello everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch one of my videos. I hope you are all doing fantastic and having an awesome day. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. We have a lot to get through as we've got, I believe, 6 matches coming your way. But to start the episode, some news. We have made it on to the strikers to watch list. We are one of the 4 strikers named. The other 3 is Diogo Jota, Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. So, yeah, some big names to watch out for this season. And speaking of, a new signing here at Bayern. You might remember this guy, Sergio Rossi, played against us in the Champions League final, kept me quiet for that entire game, and he was outstanding at the back for them. Well, he's joined us here at Bayern, so yeah, that should make us a little bit better defensively. But straight into the action we go, as we have Wolfsburg to start the episode, and immediately in the opening exchanges, it was Wolfsburg who had their first chance, Neuer with the save. But 25 minutes in, a rather hopeful ball over the top from Luis Alberto. We sort of, I guess, gambled a little bit that we'd get away with the ball there from Zakaria, and we did come away with it, but the finish was not a gamble at all. It was a very, very good finish into the top corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. 1-0 Bayern. You love to see it immediately. Straight back in an episode. Apologies for the delay between the last one and this one. But yeah, we are going to make up for it for you guys with some goals today. Let's just say that. Second half then, Luis Alberto looking to provide again, this time around with a cross. And we get our head to the ball, but it's off the crossbar, bouncing back out. And unfortunately, we didn't manage to get onto the end of the loose ball. But that was it from match 1. A 1-0 victory, courtesy of our 26th minute goal. Enough for the 3 points. Straight after match day 1, we had match day 2. Well, not match day 2 of the season, of the episode. Match day 4 of the season as we welcome Gladbach to Sanderson Park, as it's known in game, or the Allianz. And 10 minutes in, how about this for a goal, ladies and gentlemen? The switcher play out to Koeman. His delivery inch perfect, back onto our chest. The first touch round the defender, the second to finish. It's sublime to watch. And Bayern are in front already. Gladbach, a tough side to play against in the Bundesliga. But we were making it look rather simple, as only 3 minutes later, it should have been 2. Gnabry gets through, but a phenomenal save from Nicholas in between the sticks and Gladbach, stopping the score from going 2-0. But we had so much pressure. The press was relentless from us. It was one-way traffic, and we were almost again 2 in front. Once again, the Gladbach goalkeeper busy. But then, towards the end of the first half, they grew into the game a little bit. Hoffenheim showcasing some great skills, finds nets. His effort saved by Neuer before they have themselves a free kick, which ends up coming back off the crossbar from Golovin. And half-time, we went into the break 1-0 in front. But still didn't necessarily feel the game was done at just 1-0. I felt like there might be a goal in this for our opponents. And we were right in thinking that, because they were piling the pressure on second half until a mistake was made. I pounce upon it, drive at the defence. The pace is just scintillating. So too the finish, as Bayern are 2 to the good. And that was the end of the game. So for all the pressure we had in the first half, Gladbach had their moments and arguably could have got something from that one. That second goal crucial, just to make sure, as we saw the rest of the game out. It was relatively calm at that point. Champions League group, I don't know if I've shown you it. We've been drawn against Atalanta, Locomotive Moscow and Genk. It's a group that we should realistically be topping if we are serious about trying to reach the Champions League final again this year. If you've not seen what happened, it was quite some time ago now, admittedly, because I've been pretty busy IRL, but yeah, you'll know we lost the Champions League final, so I would love to get there again this year, and that group I felt was rather, I guess, fortuitous for us, but we were actually 1-0 down in this game. Atalanta with the goal, Rafa with it, and then 5 or 6 minutes from time, we got ourselves back on level terms with a shin, I want to say. It was not a clean volley at all, but we'll take them as they come. It seems to come off my shin more than my foot. Anyway, the ball's in the net, 1-1. And given the circumstances, and a game that arguably I really wanted to win to kickstart this Champions League group, especially being at home, you've got to say Atalanta will probably be the second best side in this group. I would take the point, considering we're 6 minutes away from losing the game. So, yeah, I was a little bit frustrated, but equally, I was happy to also get the point at the same time. And then it was time to take on Stuttgart. 3 minutes in. I've no idea what the Stuttgart player was thinking here. Vinyas sent off, and he can have absolutely zero complaints. Just go straight through the back of Declan Rice. No intention of winning the football. Red card, Stuttgart down to 10. Their difficult afternoon getting even more difficult. 16 minutes in, 1-0 Bayern, courtesy of ourselves as we headed home from the cross. And then 20 minutes in, almost a second as Rice delivers a cross. Similar situation, other side of the goal this time. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper makes a save. But we did grab our second just before the break. Latching on to Kingsley Coman's through ball, firing it into the top corner. And yeah, it was never in doubt, this win. But not only was the win not in doubt, I really wanted the hat-trick. Saigankov with a fine effort, equally fine save, though, from the goalkeeper. And we continue to have our chances. Saigankov again, this time around, pulls it back to the middle. And there is our hat-trick goal. Felt really confident we'd get it, especially when they went down to 10 men so early on in the game. It just gives us that little bit that we need. Great challenge here, though, inside the penalty area to deny us another chance of maybe hitting a fourth. Full time, collect the match ball. It's the hat-trick for us, and we are flying in this Bundesliga season so far. Honestly, you know, when you look at the full season that we're going to have here, I would be quite disappointed if we don't get over 30 goals this season. That is what I'm going to try and go for. I know that you all love to see me scoring goals. You've said that many, many times, all of you lovely people in the comments, and thank you all so much for your nice comments as well. But yeah, 30 goals, can we do it? I think we can. As you can see, we are actually the player that's in front of the fans. There you go. So the Bayern fans loving us at the club, and we are loving being here right now, as Hoffenheim was our next match. 6 minutes in, Hermoso plays it to myself. This time we turn provider as we play it back into Kimmich. He finds Alberto, and we are off to the dream start here against Hoffenheim. But this was not an easy game, as they did find themselves back a goal. Look at this for a finish from Anwar El Ghazi. If you've been around on the channel for a long time, you know all about this guy. He was heroic in one of my first ever big career mode saves on YouTube, which I think, if my memory's not mistaking me, it would have been FIFA 17 Leeds United career mode, I want to say. Yeah, El Ghazi was spectacular for me. I have a soft spot for this guy. I think he's an absolute beast, and scoring goals like this, you can see why. What a goal that was. But into the second half, yeah, we've already seen one crazy red card. Here's another one. Have another red card, ladies and gentlemen. Baumgartner sent off. No complaints. Can have 0 for this challenge. It is a horrific tackle. He's made no attempt to win the ball there. But I'm absolutely gutted, because what you're about to see may well have been one of the best free kick goals I'd have ever scored if it was just a little bit lower than the crossbar. You're going to see the effort. The ball moves so much. Look how much power we put on this. But then it goes so quick that it comes back off the bar, straight to Declan Rice, and he heads the ball into the empty net. But yeah, I was so gutted that just didn't go in the net straight from the free kick, because I'd have been talking about that for probably the next 10 episodes. Needless to say, down to 10 men, they tried to fight their way back into the game, Hoffenheim, but at full time, it did finish Bayern 2, Hoffenheim 1, and the 3 points were ours. Into the live match we go. And for our last match of today's episode, we take on Locomotive Moscow, who did win their opening Champions League group stage game against Genk. We, of course, drew with Atalanta in that 1-1 draw you saw earlier. So a good chance here for us to pick up 3 points, and you've got to say, we do need it to try and build some momentum in this group stage. And it's a group that I've probably already talked about. I think we're favourites to win it. So we've got to get this victory here. We're off to their place. There's the lineups. Let's get into game. Coman over on the left-hand side, finding Luis Alberto. A poor pass back, though, from Luis Alberto means we give away possession. And 20 minutes in, we've seen a few of those from Bayern. Misplaced passes. We've got to be better on the ball. What we don't want is a goal early on here for the home side, because that will get their fans going, and it will make it a really tough night in the Champions League for us. Corner ball to defend now. And as I say, we've not seen too many good moments from Bayern, as Jedvai's header is off the post. There was a touch from Manuel Neuer to take it onto the post, but it was so close to a Locomotive Moscow opener. Fine margins to stop us going behind here. We need to wake up. Here is Serge Gnabry finding my feet, but I tried to take the touch, and there's just nowhere to go. Luckily for us, though, they've given the ball away there. Luis Alberto, that's got to go through. If he gets that pass through away, still, though, we have possession. Kimmich, now Rice does manage to squeeze it through. I mean, that is... Well, the referee had to think about it for a long time there, and eventually has now decided to point to the spot. Here's the challenge. Oh, wait, no, it's handball. It's not even for the challenge. It's for a handball. Well, I thought it was for the tackle, but it's not. That was a fine tackle, says the referee. In any case, Bayern have a penalty kick, and we will take it to try and put our side back on level terms here. We're going to that bottom left corner, and we send the goalkeeper the wrong way. Half an hour gone. What am I about level terms? It's 1-0 Bayern. Forget level terms. We're in front. That just shows you I thought they scored that header that they had moments before. And had they have done, well, might have been a different story. Nevertheless, we convert from the penalty spot. You could argue it's not a penalty, but we'll take that. Not sure that 1-0 will be enough in this game because we've seen that the home side can create. And they don't seem fazed by going a goal to nil down as Luis Alberto's ball forward will find me. Quickly off to Gnabry. Getting it back from him as well. Turning inside on the left foot, still heading towards goal here, and still, and it's in the net! It's 2-0 Bayern, and is that the goal that secures the 3 points? We just seem to go on and on and on, no challenge coming in from anybody in a green shirt, and then the finish at the end. We had options, we could have played it to Alberto, we might have played it to Koeman, but instead we just went on an incredibly long journey to find a shooting chance, and when we got it, boy did we take it. Excellent work from Koeman as well to jump over the ball, and yeah, that's the angle that we wanted to see, right into that far corner. 2-0 Bayern. If there is one thing, we are justifying our inclusion on the strikers to watch list. We were described as one of the world's most clinical finishers, and we've been that tonight. Pretty certain we've had 2 shots, 2 goals. Yes, admittedly, one from the penalty spot, but they all count. That's what matters, as we might not be done there. In fact, I've just lost the ball. I was looking for a way forward. Zé Luís will play it. And is there still to be a chance for the home side as the shot does come in from Zé Luís, but it's straight in the hands of Manuel Neuer, who decides, you know what? Let me give it back to Locomotive Moscow. Why not? Let's just give them all that we can, as that effort's decent! And it's in the net! It's 2-1, 20 minutes to go. What was I saying about the points being done? Maybe not. What a strike, but maybe Neuer could do better with this. It starts from his poor kick out, to be fair. And then as soon as they get the ball, here you go. Take a look at this. Neuer just doesn't seem to set himself quick enough. And the Bayern captain, is he still the Bayern captain? I'm pretty certain he wears the armband. Maybe not. I can't remember. No, it's Kimmich, right? Yeah, Kimmich. We'll call him the Bayern veteran. Well, he's got questions to answer because it was not a good kick out to begin with. And then the save wasn't great either. 10 minutes to play, and Locomotive Moscow forward. Kimmich in the way here, winning it back for Bayern. Saigankov. All we need to do is just keep hold of the ball, keep hold of possession. Another loose pass though, and the goal scorer's on it again as Neuer, this time around, make sure to deny him. But it's Bayern who are making their own problems. Rocker again is now the player to give it away. As Lisakovic, Luis Alberto this time winning it back for us. Now Saigankov, bit of space for him to work with. As he drives down the right-hand side and looks for the ball back into the middle. Will find me. And there is the pass off to Koeman. Off the underside of the crossbar. Into the box. The rebound doesn't fall for Saigankov. And somehow it's not 3-1 Bayern. But I think that, ladies and gentlemen, will be that. It looks like we will hold on to this 2-1 win. Saigankov with the ball back into my feet. And we've got Kimmich to our left. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Saved by the keeper. Corner ball to end off the game. And we've made it difficult, but we are going to get the win. And it's our first of this Champions League group stage. And you've got to say, we should be beating, no disrespect to Locomotive Moscow or Genk, we should be beating the both of those, and possibly even Atalanta as well. But there's the win. Let's see how we end today's episode. Atalanta beating Genk in the other game, 2-1 there. So they also pick up their first victory, which means we are on 4, they are on 4, and Locomotive Moscow on 3. As we do pick up the Man of the Match award. And my friends, that is going to be how we end today's episode. A massive thank you for watching. Let's aim for 200 likes. from all of you lovely people, here is the league table today as I leave you 5 wins, 1 defeat, 6 games, 15 points, joint top with Leverkusen ahead on goal difference. For the Champions League, I did already just tell you, but here it is anyway, as we confirm that we are joint top with Atalanta, 4 points apiece. And in terms of, you know, what our expectations are for this season, after the disappointment of last year's Champions League final, I think that's the aim, right? That's what we want again. Another look as well at the player stats. We are second in the top scorers list for the Bundesliga. So 6 in 6. Only Martial better with 7 in 5. He's had a scintillating start to the season. Luis Alberto, Kingsley Coman and Vlahovic all in the assist charts. I'm not doing too bad either. 5 to my name. And one last thing I want to show you before we go today is the squad hub and all of that stuff. So if you want to check out any of these players in more detail, their attributes and all that good stuff, then pause it on whichever player you want to see. And yeah, you can check them out in more details. But for now, I wish you all a fantastic day. Have a great evening. Stay safe, everyone. And enjoy whatever it is that you guys get up to. And I will see you again for another episode very, very soon. Until then, adios.